Hello. As you can see, there's no zodiac signs and there's no pick a card. This message finds whoever it is supposed to find, whenever it is supposed to find you. So let's see what message found you today. You've got the Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man, and at the bottom you've got the Devil. Heavy energy. All right, this is speaking about the year of the snake that you just had. You just left the year of the snake. You're now entering the year of the horse. The year of the snake could have been an extremely hard year for you. It was a year of wanting to escape what felt like entrapment, wanting to escape what felt like was inescapable. You wanted so badly to get out of circumstances that you were in, and it's almost like the snake entangled you, was wrapped around your body, like suffocating you, pushing and pushing and pushing, and you would have rather jumped off of a cliff with that snake than let it suffocate you further. And you were quite literally willing, metaphorically speaking of course, to jump off of that cliff and take that snake with you, plummeting to the ground, then let that snake take more air from you. You wanted to take it into your own hands, obviously metaphorically speaking. Because you couldn't handle that anymore. You didn't want to have to handle that anymore, even if you could. 222. And as you were willing to do this, as you were willing to take it with you and take your chances off of that cliff, it loosened its grip. Okay? It's almost like the energy that you were in, oh my goodness, okay, this is getting juicy, because it's almost like you jumped off of the cliff, and the same energy that was wrapped around you, suffocating you, is the same energy, let's call it the snake, was the same energy that launched off of you and held onto the cliff. Now you had a saving grace. The same energy that you wanted to take with you, plummeting to the ground, is the same energy that was the saving grace that also saved you. Okay, that's really interesting. It was your lifeline. So that was sent to destroy you was also your lifeline. You transformed it into your lifeline because you were willing to do whatever it takes. That's how smart you were. You outsmarted the energy. You outsmarted what was sent to destroy you. You transmuted it. You alchemized it into a lifeline. Because you looked at this energy as if it was like a living, breathing energy, and you were like, I am willing to do whatever it takes to get rid of you. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to hold on to me? Bit, and you jumped. And that energy was not willing to do whatever it takes to hold on to you, but you were willing to do whatever it takes to get rid of it. And that is how it became your lifeline. Ooh. Got the Knight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. You're underestimated sometimes because you have this gigantic heart, and you want to believe in love. You believe in love, and you love very, very, very deeply. You see the good in people, you see the good in things. You sometimes seem a little bit innocent when it comes to love as well. And the way that you love and the way that you view life. But underestimating you is also the biggest mistake anyone can make. Because you lead with your heart, but your intellect is even greater. Your heart is big, but your intellect and your strategy is even greater. Don't confuse, or no one should confuse, you leading with your heart, 555, for you not willing to do whatever it takes. Because when push comes to shove, you will shove. You will shove back. It's like, I'm getting this energy of like a playground and two kids playing on the playground, and the one kid is a bully and the other kid is very quiet and sits in the ball pit and is playing with the balls, and the one kid just keeps poking because they're getting away with it, and they poke and they poke and they poke over and over and over and over again, and they don't stop poking. And the other kid is just like, let it be. The quiet kid might even cry, might even run to the teacher, might even do those things, take all of these measures first. And then the poking becomes pushing. Okay? And that little kid stands up and pushes back. And it pushes back with a force that was not expected. So the lesson that people need to learn when it comes to you is you don't push because you're unable to. You don't push because if you were to push, you push with force. You don't just make someone back off a little bit. You can push them off of your equator. The amount of force that your push and your shove is going to give is something that you don't always want to do. Someone really has to poke for you to get to that point. It's not weakness whatsoever. It is actually an understanding of your strength. Because you know how strong you are. You know how powerful you are. The Page of Cups. But sometimes it is underestimated, your strength. And also there's another thing, is like you're really powerful in the sense of like you're creative and you're able to make a lot of money in this lifetime. And money is power, and you're able to create a lot of power in the form of wealth. And when you do these things, and even like in the Year of the Fire Horse, you are going to create a lot of wealth through your creativity. And when people see this, and when people know this, they might still be like, how? Like, how did you do that? Okay, like, huh? Like, how did you do that? It's because you should not be underestimated. You are a phenomenal ally to have. Oh my goodness, okay. And the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's no secret. It's gonna be no secret. Let's see the Page of Cups. The Five of Cups. Okay. That makes sense. So the reason why You don't always push and shove, even when you're poked and poked and poked and poked and poked and poked, is because you feel guilty. It's because you have genuine consciousness. And to have a lot of something, to be super aware, to be super conscious, makes you also conscious of your actions. It makes you conscious and it weighs on your consciousness. So when someone says like, how do you sleep at night? Like, don't you have a consciousness? You cannot sleep at night when you've done something like horrible to someone, because you can't, because it weighs heavy on your consciousness. That is why when someone does get you to a point where you are now going to push, where you are now going to shove back, they must have done something great. They must have done something really, really, really big to you for you to get to that point where it's not going to eat away at your consciousness, because it's all strategy for you. 1111. You don't push back or shove back because, oh, shame, you feel bad for the person or that. No, you're protecting yourself. You're protecting your legacy. You're protecting your own consciousness, because you know it's going to weigh on you, because you're not an animal. You're not a beast. You have the force to push someone off of the equator if you wanted to, but you don't take pleasure in that. It weighs on you heavily. You're very strategic with your own energy. You're very strategic with your consciousness. Like, that's it. Let's see the King of Swords. This year you are using your strategy for money, because the Page of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles, because it's truly never that deep for you. That's another thing. Because you're so smart, it's truly never that deep for you, because you're focused on your own life. You're focused on your own expansion. Someone else is not taking up so much space in your mind and in your energy and in your life that you have to, that you're consumed by them. You're consumed by you and where you're going and your path. Let's see the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. This year you're like cashing in, the Devil again. This year you're cashing in on that move that you made. There's a move that you made where you're like, you'll freaking take it with you. You will take it with you if you have to. 1313. You know that we talked about in the beginning? That like, if that cage doesn't want to loosen its grip on you, you will throw you and the cage off of the freaking cliff if you have to. But then it became your lifeline. It helped you back up the cliff. So this year you're cashing in on that, because this is also you wouldn't just say something. So if you say something, best believe it, because you wouldn't just say something. You wouldn't just say that you'll do something if you're not going to do it. And this year you're going to do what you said you were going to do. You are going to accomplish what you said you were going to accomplish. All of the words in power that you spoke are materializing this year. Okay, this is your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Bye.